Hey, one of the great things about living in Olympia, Washington in the summertime is camping. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you one of my favorite camping spots. And the great thing about this one is it's only 10 minutes from downtown Olympia, so stick around. So if you're looking for a great camping area, today we're at Millersylvania State Park. And the reason I love this campground so much is because it's so close to Olympia. It's literally like 10 minutes from downtown Olympia. It's a huge park, it's a beautiful lake. It's right on Deep Lake. It's great for tent camping, it's great for RV camping. They've got both sites. They've got an amphitheater, they've got just lots of amenities, tons of trails, great place to ride bikes. And you know what? Yesterday was a perfect example. We were here for our first day and I forgot something from the grocery store, and I was at back to Fred Meyer and back within probably 25 minutes and good to go. So you get to enjoy the peaceful outdoors and kind of feel like you're way out in the wilderness, but yet you're really close to town. So if you forget something, you can run home. And the other thing is too, when you're staying for a long time, you can run home, take a quick shower, come back and do that too. Although I must say their bathrooms actually here for campgrounds are for being a state park. The bathrooms are really nice for you know, if you've ever been camping before. And they have actual toilets, not the pit that you use, which is nice. Actual flushing toilets, which is really a bonus in my mind. I hate outhouses. I don't know about you, but anyway, we'll just give you a little bit of a tour. All right, so here we are at one of my favorite campsites at Millersylvania State Park, and it's site 38 and 39. Now this is a double site, so it costs twice as much, but it's huge. You got lots of room here. You can invite family and friends over and stay. I don't know, we just got done with a bike ride. What's your favorite part about Millersylvania Park?
Well, I like how there's so many trails that are not really like hidden, but sometimes you just have to look for them. You don't have to be looking for them to find them. Just
exploring the trails, riding your bike around?
Yeah.
Great. So Millersylvania is 10 miles south of Olympia. So like I said, it's really close by. And it's situated on 842 acres. So it's a really huge park. There's 3,300 feet of shoreline around Deep Lake, which is great for swimming and fishing. The park's actually been around since 1921. The Miller family donated the park to the state in 1921. And around 1935, all of these, there's so many really cool buildings around here. All the buildings were hand constructed from logs right on the premises here back in 1935. Everything was hand built. There's 48 utility sites, so you can bring an RV in here. There's an RV dump, 120 standard sites. There's an environmental learning center that you can go to. There's a boat launch. Now, it is a no motor boat lake, so it's paddle boards. You can rent paddle boards. You can do, what are the other boards that you stand up on? What are those things called? Kayaks. There's kayaks, paddle boards, and then those two-seater things that you pedal. I don't know what they're called. But anyway, there's a boat launch there that you can launch from. You can reserve the kitchen shelters if you're bringing a big party. It's a great place. You see birthday parties and stuff going on here. Lots of stuff going on the 4th of July. Over 8 miles of trails to explore. So have you hit all the trails, do you think?
No.
Definitely not. I think there's some back here that you haven't even been on yet. Let's see, what else? Reservations online. You do need a Discover Pass. Let's see, the sites they run about $20 a site in that neighborhood, but definitely you want to plan ahead too, because especially in the summertime, they do get, you got to plan ahead and make reservations ahead, because they do fill up pretty quick. We got lucky kind of coming during the week. If you come during the week, you definitely have a better chance. And one thing that we did this time around is we stayed in another site, and we didn't have 3 days, so we stayed 2 places, 2 nights in one site, and then we came to this one. So that's always an option that you can look up too. And they have a tap house for those of you that would like to check that out. Kind of a little bonus. They have a tap house for you adults. You can go and sip on your favorite beverage right next to the lake. It's a beautiful site. And so yeah, that's just a little bit about Millersylvania State Park. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, not really.
Not really. All right. One of the things I love about camping is cooking. I don't know, something about cooking over an open flame. So what I thought I'd do real quick is give you a quick little campfire recipe for a little sweet treat if you're interested. These are campfire donuts. All you need is some Pillsbury pizza crust. You're gonna need some oil. You're gonna need some cinnamon and sugar. And then I like to have a little homemade raspberry jam along that. So what we're gonna be doing is making the cinnamon sugar campfire donuts. So here we go. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is get a little vegetable oil into a cast iron pan, about probably about an inch or so. And then we'll let that heat up. And then we're gonna get our pizza dough ready. All right, so let's get this pizza dough opened up here. Pop it, there it goes. Get that baby out. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this here, and we're just gonna do a couple of small ones to start with. So we're gonna cut some rectangles. Looks about right. So we'll get 2 like that, and then we're gonna save the rest of this dough for later. So I got a couple of little tiny pieces of dough here. This has been heating up for a little bit. Put it in, and it's starting to sizzle, so we know we are good. I'm gonna lower that guy in and lower this guy in. All right, so we're just gonna check these. They go really quick. Like this oil might be just a little bit too hot right now. Flip them over. You can also use the biscuit dough for this, but I like the pizza dough better because it has more of a kind of a yeasty flavor. It's more like a donut, but you can use the regular round biscuits, and you can even cut the holes in them and make it look more like a donut shape if you want to do that. Ooh, this fire's hot. All right, ideally I would have some paper towel under these things, but I don't have any at the moment. So we're gonna make do. Let's go over to the cinnamon and sugar. All right, so we're just gonna dunk these babies. Oh, those are hot. Roll these guys in some cinnamon and sugar. Okay, there's one. Ooh. And there is 2. All right, so that's how you make campfire donuts. You ready to give it a shot?
Sure.
All right, let's see what they taste like. Not bad, huh?
Pretty good.
They're really fluffy inside. Not a little crisp on the outside, and maybe a little too overdone. I think the oil might have been a little bit too hot. I think we should have brought some napkins. I'd say, all in all, a nice little dessert. So, give this recipe a try on your next camp out. I think you'll love it. So that's a little tour of Millersylvania State Park. If this is the first time to our channel, be sure and hit that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, hit that like button as well. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.